It's not you, it's America. We're both world travelers, and we realize how dysfunctional America was once you get outside of America. Because we both did a journey of self improvement. Like we got in the gym, we worked on our social skills, we did everything, and it felt like we did nothing. And I'm here with Austin Holloman, and he had the same experience I had once he went back to the States, like in April. And it just feels like you're going back to the Twilight Zone. But enlighten us about your experience after you've been traveling for like 2 years or a year and a half, going back to America.
The only reason I went back, number one, was because I was trying to get my birth certificate, my FBI fingerprints, background check, to get residency in Paraguay. And to see my mom, because my mom had went to Nicaragua to meet me there, and I was flying from Cali, Colombia, and they had me on some like no fly list, and they said I had to go to like the counselor of Nicaragua to go, but it was hours before the flight, so I didn't have time to do that, and that counselor was in another city. So my mom and my brother went there for no reason. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just go back to the States. And then it's also, I'm a YouTuber or something. Oh, it's like, it's an experiment. Let's see if maybe I just needed to, I had already self-improved, but maybe I needed to, maybe it was something I didn't know that I needed to work on. And now I've been to, I think at the time, 19 countries. Let me see if I go this time, will it be better? So I went back to see my family, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know that I really didn't feel anything positive when I went back.
Nothing.
Like like I was happy to see. It was good to see my family, especially my younger brother, because he had grew so much taller. He was 2 years older, and he had grew so much taller. But like I didn't feel like, oh, like I'm back home. It's happy to be home. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just here for 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna go back. And the first feeling that I had when I went back was reassurance. On the fucking airplane, I was looking at the people on the plane. I'm like, look at these ratchet motherfuckers. Like, look at the. I just went to these so-called second and third world countries, and the people on the airplane looked like they had a little more self-respect and class. You walk around, and we want to talk about black chicks in specific. They walk around with the furry flip-flops. You know,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
this big ass coat. It's not even cold outside. Furry flip-flops. And just the way how they were talking just sounded so disgusting. I'm like, damn. One thing I used to say was one reason I'm reassured is because seeing all this stuff was like, the United States is a very immature society. Like, look at the stuff that Americans around our age think is cool.
Yeah.
Like the stuff. So when I ran into a chick here recently in Nairobi, it's not too common, but I ran into one recently, and she was obsessed with like that thug life, some shit she probably ain't never experienced being here. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have it, but the way how it is there is nothing like how it is over here. But she was just obsessed with that, just
Like dream shit.
yeah,
Like
she was, yeah, that was thrilling to her. I'm like, yeah, like stay the hell away from me. Cause I remember when I was in the States, it felt like I had to be somebody who I wasn't. So when I come to Kenya here, I always say this: if tell an American chick that you're a chemist and you get ghosted, you tell anybody else around the world, they get wet when they hear that, and they pursue you. If you say, "Oh, I'm a chemist," like in the United States, they look at either you're an athlete, a rapper, or some illegal scammer, drug dealer.
trapper. Yeah, that's what get through.
Outside of that, I remember telling chicks, bro, I was making like $2,500 a week cutting hair. I remember telling chicks, like, oh, I'm a barber, and they would look at me like, and what else do you do? They would literally say, what else do you do? I said, I don't need to do shit else. Like, I didn't tell them how much I'm making, but I'm like, yo, I probably make more than you make in 1 week in 2 weeks. Like, the amount you make in 2 weeks, I probably make that a week. Shit, probably more than that. Probably 2.5 weeks. So I used to be like, oh, you know, what do I have to do to attract women, or even not even just women, just fit in a way where I can have a consistent social life?
Yeah. Actually, I want you to clarify something, because you own 2 barbershops.
Yeah.
Back in the city.
Yeah.
So it's not like you was just like a barber. You was a business owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And that was not impressive.
Yeah, and I had people working under me in a different city. You know, and I was living in Dallas and I had somebody under me in Austin. So it was like more than just me just cutting hair. And wasn't paying booth rent. I was paying my rent for the whole shop. You know, everything was on me. I was a business owner. And they would still be like, "Oh, so what else do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, what the fuck do you do? Like, you know, what do you do?" It was always this everything I noticed there was just very like put you down in a sort of way. You get your new haircut, your girl is more likely to nitpick your shit and like, "Oh, he could have did the, you know, he could have." Versus here, they on you like flies on shit. You get your
Facts.
haircut. I cut my hair once every 2 weeks, and every time I get it cut, it's like it's unreal the experience I get, as it should be. You look better, but there it felt like you could really do nothing. I'm not saying I was a virgin. I didn't leave the United States a virgin, but it was just the amount of volume and effort you had to do was unreal, and it didn't seem right for the amount of effort I had put in on myself, so things would be easier. The same reason you work hard to build a business so you can become the boss and it becomes easier. Some reason that doesn't work the same way there. Unless if you actually become like this big time fucking athlete, entertainer or something, then you might have that experience that I have had everywhere else. People love to say like, "Oh, it's because you're American." It's because you're American, bro. I have been to many places where that didn't mean nothing. We went to one called Turkey. That didn't raise any eyebrows when we said we were from the States. And I don't go around bragging that. If they just ask where I'm from, I tell them.
Yeah.
Some places it is like, "Oh, wow, he's American." Here it gives you some points, but I mean, you're not gonna just ride off the fact that you can't be 400 pounds of 3 teeth in your mouth and think just because you're American, you had the same experiences that we are having. A lot of people don't understand that. What we're saying is if you've worked on yourself, you have respect for women, you know how to talk to women, you know, flirt, you can hold their attention, you're in shape, you check off the basic boxes of dating. Whenever you go to another country, women will see that. They can see that you put the work on yourself. There, it was literally like, what the hell else do I need to do? And and then them stupid motherfuckers, I hate these guys. They be like, "I feel like if you're just that guy, you just not that guy." Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. They say, "You're not just that guy." So I would ask those people, well, what guy am I? Especially, and I just went back after I was at damn near 100,000 subscribers. So I had clout.
Yeah.
I had a status. I was doing well financially. I look the same way now as I did then, back in April. That wasn't that long ago. I got the same haircut. I ain't grew that many pounds and muscle since then.
Yeah.
So why was I not that guy there?
Yeah. It's like a whole different environment. Cause like I literally just came back and I did a live stream for 8 hours. And I think it was around like the 5 or 6 hour one. I'm like, I can't even say hello to somebody. Like, a chick tried to curse me out for saying hello to her in Times Square. I'm like, this is broken. This is not how society is supposed to work. And I know you had an experience there too when you tried to say hello to somebody and they just was like, "Are you crazy?" Like, I think it was when you was in a car.
Yeah, I was in the parking garage and I thought she looked cute. So I said, "Hey." And the first thing, it was a white chick and an Asian chick. And I was talking to the Asian chick, and the white chick was like, "Who is this guy talking to us?" Bro, I have never heard this shit in any other country. I have never, if you say hello, these people in these other countries have enough common sense to know that it's a greeting.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm trying to fuck you. I could be trying to sell you something, anything. As I forgot what I said after that. Oh, I asked her what her name was. And she's like, "None of your business." Okay, look, she doesn't have to be interested, but there's a certain level of respect that Americans don't have for each other. If I ask a chick here what's her name, she can reject me without even saying it. She'll tell me her name, but she'll keep it blunt and short. And I have enough social awareness to be like, she's not reciprocating or showing interest back. So I can say, "Okay, have a nice day."
Yeah.
There, they got to clown your ass. You're wrong for having interest in a woman. You're wrong for telling me I look good. Here's the thing. They do everything to deter men from wanting to talk to them. So they withhold sex. Let's write this down on a sheet of paper. I'm going to sell you a woman from the United States. Hey, Bob, you want to meet my sister? She's going to be slow with text. She's going to ghost. You can't really say shit right to her. She's going to withhold sex. And she's going to talk to you like you're some bitch. That's like the average experience. Like when I was there and it did, you going for the wrong women. Bro, these was professionals. They got better, but they wasn't that far off. They had a little more decency, but it wasn't enough for me to keep me there. Professionals, alley cats, fucking club rats, all of them. They all had this thing where they want to withhold sex. Yeah, and imagine if it's hard for you to get dates and all the chicks are playing that same withhold sex there. Or they pretend like they're not available.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've seen chicks. I used to cut hair, and I knew some chicks would just sit there and be telling you about dudes they talking to. You know, chicks that have short haircuts, and she's like, "Yeah, I just don't want to seem too available." Then die alone. Like you're not. So let me sell her to you again. She's gonna talk to you like you're a bitch. She's gonna be available, but she's not gonna make herself available to you, and she's gonna withhold sex.
Crazy.
Those three things right there would make me be like, why the hell do I want to meet her? I can meet her, not in a just like hello and goodbye. You know, I don't need to be her friend.
Yeah, exactly. Like one chick that I met during that live stream, like she gave me her IG or whatever. She told me she doesn't do anything. She just sits in her room. And we said we was gonna make up or whatever. And the chick just ghosted me. Like, and I'm like, you just told me your whole life you don't do anything. So it's literally like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Like who has the time to spend 8 hours walking around New York City trying to find a girl? And another thing I noticed about the States too is like comparing it to like Kenya, where we're at right now, is like people look like they're dead inside. And it seems like nothing ever changes. Like you were going for like a year or a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
When you went back, did you see anything different? Like as far as like your friends, family, like it's like everybody's still the same, right?
It was more deserted and people got fatter. It was more at least when I left, I went to the mall and it was decently populated inside or decently filled, let's say. When I went back last time, like, yeah, it was literally like nobody in the fucking mall. Nobody in the mall, nobody's outside talk. You can hear people in the background laughing and kids are playing, bro. You don't hear shit when you hear.
Yeah.
Everybody's literally in the house. And people like to blame I always say it's a cultural thing because people like to blame it on technology. They have TVs here, they have computers, iPhones, they have the same stuff here. Why is it different here compared to there? I always say it's because there's an individualistic culture versus here is more collective. You want to go out, people are like, at this point, I don't even really go out by myself anymore, unless I go to a restaurant or a gym or something. But I'm not going to go to the clubs we've been going to by myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll arrive by myself, but I'm not even going to go with the intent of I'm being here only. I just stay inside because I have a circle of friends I can invite. And even when I was there, everybody has to work or it's so expensive. They don't even have the money to go out. $25 a drink.
Yeah.
$25 a drink.
Yeah. And you got thrown in like a $3, $4 tip.
And then the drink's going to be whack as hell. Yeah, the drinks are going to be, bro, when I was drinking, I had to only take shots when I went out to bars. If I wanted to get a drink, let's say a caipirinha, I had to get 3 to feel the exact same way that one caipirinha in Brazil would make me feel like.
And how much is a caipirinha in Brazil?
In Salvador, it could be as cheap as $2.
So $2. So you're comparing spending about $75 for 3 drinks and feel nothing. Well, basically for 1 drink, like overseas.
Yeah, for $6 if I got 3. $6. It was, and it's so cheap. And the thing is, it would literally be about like I don't know how much alcohol. It was like you would drink a caipirinha and feel like you drank a Long Island. Like it feel like it's 75% alcohol in there. You spend $2 and it's the same liquor. if you want to, and I don't really like doing nightclubs anymore. Why would you even? How can you sell me the United States whenever this little table right here? If you went to a club in Uptown, I went to Uptown Dallas. This is Dallas, and one of the cheaper states. It's not probably like being in Idaho or something, but it's one of the cheaper states that's you can still have a regular life, I guess, and not be on a damn farm. But anyway, this table is wobbly. That same wobbly table at a nightclub in Dallas was literally $500. No water, nothing. Then you want to get a bottle of vodka, which I know I'm trying not to give out too much free advertisement. That's why I'm not saying any names, but there'll be a vodka that I can buy at the liquor store for $30 in the United States. That same bottle at that club was $1,100, $1,100.
Yep.
You could get a fucking case. You could get a pallet for that price if you buy it wholesale.
You could damn near open a lease.
So it got to a point where, okay, when you go to Brazil or you go here or you go anywhere else, if we go to that nightclub we go to at the mall, all you gotta do is show up on time, and if there's an open seat, you can sit there. You gotta buy a bottle of vodka. If it's $70 in a liquor store, it's gonna be 80 or 90 at that club.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be, they're gonna make a profit, but they're not just fucking you over. So you can do it. It's not, and especially you're not going alone. You have 3 people. If it's $90, it's $30 a piece. You might spend $40 or $50 that night. And it costs probably $40. I remember paying $40 to get to a club once in Dallas when I went there. $40.
Yeah. And then
that's to get in.
Yeah. You spend $30, $40 to get in. And if you drove there, that's another $50, $40 on parking. You damn near going to just spend $100 just to show up to the place.
Yeah.
Not even before you even start drinking.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ridiculous. It's like you can't have a social life in America. Cause like I was asking people when I was walking around and they saying like, I don't know, join a club or go to a different state. I'm like,
they always say that bullshit. Join a club. Go to a yoga. Okay, here's a club. Go to a yoga class. Go try to talk to them women in yoga class, see how they treat you. Like a fucking creep.
Yeah.
I've done it.
You done it?
I've done it. I've done Pilates and all that when I was in the States. When I worked at this one gym, it was like one of the upscale gyms I went to because it was the only one open during COVID. And yeah, like here at the gym I go to, all I gotta do is walk up, hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
If she's interested, we're gonna talk for a bit. I've done it many, many times. And gyms all around the world, but I'm speaking about the one I go to here. When I was in Dallas, bro, like the resting bitch face and the energy that don't talk to me, like that was just so you can only generalize it because there's so many of them that are acting like that. It's like, how can you say that they're not like that when the majority of them are acting like they don't want you to talk to them? So what is the point of, I'm trying to figure, bro, you would literally drive yourself crazy. You would drive yourself crazy trying to fit into that shit. And they're like a bunch of teenagers. Like I'm 25. I've always said in America, you got to subtract 10 years from their age. If they're 25, they're going to act like they're 15. Now, compare it to a chick, let's say from Kenya. That's like, keep in mind, bro, I didn't start dating women that were 21, 22 when I was 21 and 22 until I went to Brazil. Because I had to date women like 28 plus at least when I was 20 because I couldn't vibe with the chicks my age, especially in Dallas. I don't know what it is about them. It was rare that I would bump into a chick they just seemed like it seemed like I was talking to a 10-year-old. Damn.
Yeah. It does seem like as time goes on, it seems like people are regressing. Because like if you notice when I went back to the States, a lot of people, it just feels like they are children because like they're trying to regress to their childhood. But I think they're probably doing that is because like they feel like there's nothing to look forward to. Because like in America, what is there to look forward to? When you get off work, you're gonna go home. You're not gonna have a social life. You're just gonna go home, get on social media, YouTube, go to sleep, do that again. Then when the weekend comes, what are you gonna do? The same thing. Like I didn't even know what day it was in America. Every day felt like it was Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, every day felt like a Monday, Tuesday. Well, you had to realize that they're kids as well because for the men that contribute to those games that those women play, and the fact that those women play those games, it's shit that we were doing when I don't even think we did that when I was in middle school. And I was like, had little girlfriends and stuff in middle school. I don't even think they played with me like that. The minute I graduated high school, I started really dating. I was like, damn, I wish I would have stayed in high school. Like, it was way easier to date. Just like, then I had to learn about wait 5 minutes and text her back after you get her number. You know how they say, this is one thing that's worldwide, except for the States. If you meet a chick in the States and you get her number, if you call her within 24 hours, I really don't know when to call them. But if you call them, every time I would call that first day I met them, it would sabotage the whole thing. And then I seen dating coaches, and I heard people like my mom and other women I knew that said, you don't want to come off thirsty because I fucking texted you and I met you today. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
So I have no other options, and I'm desperate because I was interested enough to reach out to you today. You fucking idiot. Especially here, especially Brazil, where else did I really live? Tanzania, any other country, bro, Portugal.
Yeah.
You know, and people love to say like, cause they're bored, bro. I've been to countries where there were European countries and I didn't have that experience. Like if she likes me and I like her, I can text her right away, an hour after. Now, you can look thirsty if you take 30 seconds later, you trying to, okay, 30 seconds, but like an hour, isn't it? Hey, it was nice meeting you. They say, oh, it's nice meeting you too. What are you doing later on today? If they free, most countries in the world, if they have the time, they're going to meet you.
Yeah.
But in the States, they will have nothing else to do later that day. And they will purposely be like, oh, I'm not available today. And then I've heard women in the States say this, well, I just don't want to seem too like I'm too available. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't want to see. So let's translate this into me being a barber. I'm going to purposely turn down clients because I don't want to seem like I don't get any. How dumb does that shit sound?
Yeah. It's illogical to say the least. It doesn't make any sense. But we're in Kenya now, and I want you to talk about the difference between, because we already went to the States, but like now your social life here in Kenya, especially Nairobi. Like, break it down for me.
I would die for it. I have the perfect social life here. I don't have, first of all, you have enough options when it comes to dating that you can actually properly vet and figure out, oh, you know what? I don't like when they do this. I think I want the chick I want to see on a serious manner to be like this. When I was in the States, bro, it was nigga was so desperate. I'm like, shit, gotta take what you can get at some point. Like you like if
Yeah.
see in reality, the person that you're looking for is probably gonna only max out around 80% of what you like. People aren't perfect, so the other 20%, it's gonna be stuff that you don't like. I don't think you'll ever find somebody that's everything you like, 100%. But there in the States, it was like 50%. Feel like, okay, half of this shit I don't like, but I can't just go to the other option because if I go to half is the best, if I go to another one, it's probably gonna be 20% of what I like and 80% that I don't. But anyway, here, I have a large group of female friends, a large group of men, and that doesn't mean I'm sleeping with them, just female friends.
Yeah.
A large group of male friends. If I want to go hang out, I can do that. I can have a group of friends that go with me. If I want to go on a date, I can do that. If I want to meet new people, it's not strange for me to walk up to a stranger, male or female, and just strike up a conversation.
Yeah.
Like there's like a pre-assumed notion about people that don't even know you. So they put up a barrier automatically. And people like say, well, that's because I don't give a fuck why. I just know I'm not dealing with that shit because I don't have to. I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. But it's not normal. Like,
It's not normal.
every other place in the world, like we've both been to over 20 countries. And it's not normal for somebody to assume like if you walk up to them and you just say hello, that you're gonna like attack them. In the States, they act like everybody, like they say, oh, you can't, because I was getting this comment a lot in my last video. Oh, it's dangerous. They feel like you might attack them. I'm like, why would they feel like Just say like hello.
Here's something that they like to say too that is, I think is so stupid. They like to say, well, women are a little, they're skeptical. They're afraid to be around men because women have been getting beaten and raped. They get beaten and raped here in Kenya. Why is it that I can approach them here? You think that's the only country where women get assaulted?
Hmm.
No, it's some other shit, and I don't really give a damn what it is, but it's something else wrong with them, and I don't have time to help them. I was going to continue doing what I'm doing, stay the hell away from them. But I give them the benefit. I've been to some countries where people were a little standoffish, and I think it may be one or two. The first one I can think of is when I was in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. You walk past you walk up to somebody and say hello, they just walk right past you. They damn near speed off like you had a bomb on you or something. When I first got there, it got better later on, but everybody was kind of like, I guess maybe it's because they've had so many wars that they've lost, and they've had so much of their countries separated and taken from them. The United States did a coup there in 2019. They've had several coups. Even this year they had one or an attempted one. So maybe that all contributes to it. I don't know. I believe they were communists at one point too, or they tried to go to communism. And they had Che Guevara there,
Yeah.
Cuban. So yeah. But besides that, everywhere else I've been to, I feel like I could just walk up to people and speak to them. Even in racist countries like Argentina, even in Turkey, and we didn't like that place, but it didn't really feel that same way it did in the States. And at least if we did feel like we couldn't talk to somebody, we knew why.
Yeah.
There, it's just like, what's going on? It's other black people that are doing it to you in the States, white people, Hispanics, Asians. Everybody's on that weird shit.
Yeah. Like that's what I was trying to figure out. It is everybody got a solution, but none of the solutions make any sense. That's why I feel like people should just get out of the states. Like I think the states are done. Like, well, what are your opinions? Like, do you think you can make it work in the states, or should people just come to a place like Nairobi, Kenya, and because this place is amazing. Like you can have a vibrant social life here because people want to socialize. Like human beings are social creatures. We're designed to socialize. That's why so many people are in pain in the States, is because they're taking away one of our things that we were biologically bred to be like. We were in tribes. We communicate with people all the time. But now you're just in your house by yourself. But do you think it's salvageable in the States to have like some semblance of a social life, or do you just got to get out?
I don't really see it happening, man. Even people that I know that are successful with dating women in the States, they're usually just sitting at the house all the time. Like they go on dates, but I never hear them say like, me and my friends are about to go to this coffee shop and chat, or we're about to go to Six Flags, or we're about to go to the mall and hang out. They're usually sitting at home by themselves.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to see these people that claim that they have a strong social like that. I'm trying to, who are they?
I couldn't answer.
I wasn't seeing it. I wasn't seeing it at all.
Yeah, because like honestly, like it's impressive. Like when you go to the States now, like if you got like two girls that want to hang out with you and your homie, like that's an event right there. Like y'all high five and they clap like here, that's Tuesday. Like,
Yeah.
that's Wednesday. That's Thursday.
I think it was like that in the States at one point. How it is here, it was like that maybe when my parents were in high school. They graduated in 95. I think back then,
Yeah.
and maybe even early 2000s, people just were, they were just people, and they would just talk and socialize amongst each other. Yeah, I remember we talked about this before, where if you were to get a woman's number, like you would be calling and telling everybody, like, "Ooh, I met this." So you already overvaluing her now. So
Yeah.
and then you reach out and she doesn't respond. Now your whole world comes crashing down because you got rejected 30 times before you met her.
Yeah.
So it was like going to get a job and then you applied 35 times and you got it the 36th, and then they deny you. And then you do it again, you got to do 36 more times, probably 40 the next time. It just doesn't make sense for somebody that has put in the work for themselves. All I'm saying is, If you have worked on yourself and you have respect for women and you respect yourself, you respect people, you don't talk to women, you don't call them bitches to their face. I mean, just for the hell of it. I mean, sometimes stuff happens, but you know, you're not just dry talking shit to them, is what I'm saying. Uh, if you go to another country, especially a place like Kenya, you will be recognized. You will be recognized. The States is a place where you could really build yourself up. You'll make more money, but then you'll be like, why did I do this? Like, I think I'd rather have just been normal than I done work myself up. And like now, it seems like you get to run around even more with your social life. The more money I made, the more of a runaround I got.
Yeah, it's. I don't think I have a solution for it, and I think that the people who say they have a solution for it, I think they just bullshit. Like, cause like, why would you need a solution to do something that's natural to humans? Like, can you think about that? That's like trying to sell somebody, yo, I'm going to sell you a $3,000 course on how to go to the bathroom. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like human beings naturally want to be around each other, and we got to figure out all these tricks and tips. I honestly, I'm thinking the States is finished.
I don't really see it getting better. I've met American women here in Kenya. I remember I went to Island, you weren't here, but I went on a date. I guess it was a date. And the entire time she's just like fucking gaslighting me and she's so uninterested. Keep in mind, this is a date that we both agreed to.
Hmm.
She's so uninterested to be on this date with me. She's saying everything to make me shrivel up and get soft instead of saying stuff to make me hard. Everywhere else I've been to in the world, when I go on a date with a chick, the stuff that they're saying makes me like,
Yeah.
you know, like we're on a date. Of course, I thought she was fucking interested. That's why we're on a date. So of course she's flirting. You talk to them. It's like they can't do it. Either they don't know how, or they have this. I don't know what book they've been reading or whatever. They're reading some book, I'm assuming, that tells them like, don't compliment him because you're gonna come off desperate. No, you're gonna come off like you're fucking interested, and that's gonna make me want to be around you more. But yeah, she's just so uninterested, just gaslighting me, asking me dumbass questions like, so when you go to other countries, do you sleep with the women that are there? Yeah, I've been gone for 2 fucking years.
Nah, I'm so.
Why are you asking me this in the first place? Like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Like, I find myself when I would date them, I'd be in many situations where I would just say, what are you talking about? Like, get back on track. Like, just ask me, do I have a little brother or something? Or ask me what food I like. Ask me something, but don't ask me this dumbass shit you're asking me. I come to Kenya or I go to Brazil and the date is just us getting to know each other. And then before you know it, she got a twinkle in her eye. I don't know. She's smiling, you know, it's, and another thing is they won't go on a date with you in other countries if they're not interested.
Yeah,
It happens,
but it's
but it's
rare.
rare. It's extremely rare. Like for every 100 dates I've been on around the world, that shit may have happened twice. Okay, it may be higher than that because I haven't slept with no fucking 400 or 500 women since I've been gone, but maybe 5 times out of 100, which is still very low. This same American chick that was gaslighting me the whole time, I'm texting my homeboy like, yeah, what y'all doing afterwards? I'm about to meet y'all. Like, let me go talk to a Kenyan chick. I know I ain't gonna hear this stupid ass shit she talking about. Let me go meet with her. Let me go meet with y'all. Then I leave, and she was so uninterested. She's projecting this so uninterested energy the whole time. When I leave, she's like all on me now through text. And like, I want you to come over tonight. I'm like, really? It didn't feel like that. And you know what? Some people tell me, they're such idiots. They tell me, don't take it to heart. Bro, it doesn't matter if I'm offended. I'm not trying to hear that shit when I'm on a date. Bottom line is, when I go to other countries, I don't have to hear that. Even a place like Sao Paulo, Brazil, was nearly like the United States for dating when it came to flaking and ghosting and women being hard to approach on the street when you see them. But once I got them on a date, it was done. Like they were interested. It was just a lot more volume. But yeah, they weren't acting like they didn't want to be. Like they'll pretend like they don't want to be on it. That shit is just stupid. Yeah, I can never see myself going back ever.
It's done.
Especially when we weigh into account that I have this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I guess we can say two 2.5-bedroom bathroom.
Yeah.
Because this room is damn near another bedroom. And it's $750 a month. In a prime part of town.
Yep.
We're not in Westlands, but we aren't that far from that either. I can walk to a nearby grocery store. There's clubs in this neighborhood. There's many bars, restaurants, gyms, even though I don't go to that gym. There's a lot of women in this neighborhood. It's quiet. It's not as much traffic in this neighborhood.
It's safe.
And it's safe. And that's $750 for rent. Bro, do you know if we were in Dallas, and this is not even New York where it's more expensive, if we were in Dallas, this view on this floor in this neighborhood, the equivalent to wherever it is in Dallas, this would be like Knox Henderson in Dallas. You know how much I passed by a townhouse that looked like brand new built. This is like 2020. Guess how much they wanted for rent?
Whoa. 25?
$9,000 a month.
What the? In Dallas?
And this is in fucking Dallas.
It's damn.
$9,000 a month. But and it was the equivalent to this. It was a townhouse. But the neighborhood is what I'm saying is the equivalent. It wasn't in uptown or downtown or the gayborhood or whatever that other neighborhood is called. But it was $9,000 a month. So when foreigners say like, well, like for example, when I meet Kenyans or other people, and they're like, oh, well, why do you want to be here? Your country's so great. Your country's so great to me because I can live a different lifestyle. You know, whenever I come here, my money multiplies by 5. And even if I was rich in the States, right? If I was making $1 million a year in the States and I could afford this same lifestyle, because that's probably what you would fucking need to live this lifestyle in the States.
Yeah.
Is $1 million income. The women are different. You can still walk outside and get shot in a fucking mass shooting.
Yep.
You got high taxes, and I know they have high taxes here too, but it's different for us because we're expats. They got high taxes. Everybody's tense. Just because some people say, well, you would have a different fucking ease. You'd have a different perspective if you were making $300,000 a year. Bro, it's the same people in the same country. I can get along with poor people here. I can get along with rich people here. Middle class. Bro, there is like, yeah, who the hell can you really get along with where you can generalize that class, say I can get along with them?
Yeah, you can't even have like a brotherhood. Like if you in let's just take an example, a nightclub, damn near somebody will fight you just to get attention from a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how bad it is. Like dudes are just it's just ridiculous. But like, what would be your final word of advice for anybody that's stuck in America right now and they feel like they're invisible? They feel like they're underappreciated. They feel like they're kind of like hopeless. Cause I feel like America, if you stay there long enough, you're going to be hopeless.
I got hopeless. I got hopeless at one point. Very hopeless. People was asking if I was okay. I'm not like, but you're doing so good, Austin. Bro, money is not everything. Yes, I was making good money, but it doesn't matter if you can't even socialize with people. That shit is depressing. Anyway, find out if it's you. You know, take a trip somewhere to another country. And if those problems follow you, then maybe you do need to work on yourself. Fortunately for me, when I went, the problems didn't follow me to the point where I came back and sold all my shit and left. And I haven't been back since to live. I've been back one time, but not to live. So if you, like I said, if you worked on yourself, you got good income, you're not a dusty, as they call them, which apparently most men in the United States are dusty to those women. Apparently not when they send in cash apps.
Yeah.
But if you're not a dusty, you got, you know, good hygiene and all that, you take it, you check off the boxes and you still feel like you're getting a runaround, you're getting fucked over, go to another country. Like I said, if you are an astronaut, a chick in the States will think like, okay, this thing ain't making no money. Like he's boring. If you come somewhere like here, you tell a chick you're an astronaut, she knows what that means.
Yeah.
I'm an architect. She knows what that means. Over there, they really only, oh, okay, well, I'm Mike Yeezy or whatever fucking rapper they got. I don't know, some rapper or some athlete. Unless if you're not one of those, yeah, you automatically a second class citizen. Like the pop the balloon show. Even if that shit is staged, that's really what it feels like being a man there. One little thing, everybody pop their balloon, and you're like, damn. Okay, my socks was different colors. I'm sorry, I didn't notice. So I'm just disqualified completely for that. Even though everything else is intact. Fuck that place, dude.
So yeah, where can the people find you? And I know you offer a service, so yeah, where can the people find you and everything else?
So I'm Austin Holloman on all platforms, and the service that I offer is for people sorry, it was a motorcycle, but the people that understand or can relate to what I'm saying. So for example, I've had real estate developers, I've had lawyers, I've had several, and we've met some of these people. I've had several professional men that know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to getting the return on investment that you invested on yourself. And they hear like, oh, what? Austin likes Kenya, maybe, and he has this story. I have a similar story. Maybe I would like Kenya. And so what I do is I help them. We set up a consultation call with my team where we help them find a place to stay. I give them do and don't information because it's not perfect here. I'm just saying it makes sense. It's not perfect though. They get do and don't information, personal drivers, safari tours. We give them everything to make it a soft landing and make sure they enjoy their first experience here in Nairobi, or if they want to relocate, immigration, all that. And I actually go out with them when they get here, which it's a sacrifice for me because I don't really like going to nightclubs anymore, but I want them to have a good time. So I add that to the service as well for free. I go out with them for free. But yeah, if you're interested in that service, at my YouTube or theaustinholloman.com, austinholloman.com, Instagram, you can find it anywhere. And yes, there is a booking fee just to prevent trolls from just overbooking my calendar. But yes. But again, if you feel the way how we do about being in the States and you're fed up and you start to think, you'll walk around eventually asking yourself, like, is something wrong with me? Like, what am I doing? Probably aren't doing anything. Now, some people are weird. Some people don't get it. Yes. But I'm starting to see that that's really not all of them. It is some because we met some up.
Yeah.
But it's not all of them. So that's what the best thing I have to say to them.
I appreciate you for blessing the channel. And if you like this type of content, everybody, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, drop a comment. And it's your boy Kid Greatness and Camera's Greatness. We out.
Oh, one more thing. Also, if you guys book a consultation, make sure you tell one of my assistants or myself that Bobby sent you. That way we know where you came from.
Yeah, definitely do that. We have a link in the description and the first pin comment.